So I've been talking about the Minneapolis riots for a while. I think this is probably my sixth show, I believe, on it. And as where I feel like a lot of the information is incredibly important and stuff that we should take note of. And a lot of most everything that I was reporting was either an opinion or truth. I mean, it was either fact. I don't believe I mixed any of the two up. I don't think there was a line there. You could obviously tell when I was giving my opinion and when I was giving facts. So I waited to hold on to this story, um, namely because it's unverified. I'll be completely honest. It's not. I don't have any proof that it's true. I can say that I've seen the video, and I can say that Legacy Media has also reported on it too. Uh, but Legacy Media took it down and have made this story incredibly hard to find. So it's been going around on social media. We've seen this video of these white men dressed all in black before the riots really started to kick off. And they are damaging AutoZone. They are kicking, breaking windows before there was really even rioting. They're the ones who are starting the riot. And they lit AutoZone on fire. There's been speculation at who these white guys were. Well, there has recently been images shared that confirms that at least one of them is a cop. I'm not surprised by this in the slightest. I mean, we are a country ran by criminals, managed by criminals, governed by criminals. Everybody who's not us is criminals. That's how they got in the position that they were at. So why am I shocked? Why would I be shocked to find out that the police are actually the ones who are responsible for the rioting? Yeah, you can make the argument, yeah, but they didn't keep it going. No, you're right. But let's be honest. You don't blame the last half of a bomb for going off. It's the ignition. And this situation, we see a Game of Thrones brutal style murder in broad daylight. And then the cops go and light businesses on fire. Who the fuck are our cops? Why are we letting them get away with this? More so, why aren't we on Legacy Media for covering real fucking news about this? Why are we cool with them doing this? When it comes to situations like this, when it comes to situations like war, it's bullshit that Joe Biden or even Donald Trump can be questioned by the media and they don't repeatedly ask, why were you for the war? We have proof. And when they say, oh, I wasn't for the war, I wasn't for the war, then you say, no, look, there's video of you saying that we should go to war. Why are you for that? Then no, we don't. We cover it up. We pull out the patriotic tropes, you know. And here we go again. We have the biggest criminals in our country doing the crime on tape. And in fact, in Minneapolis, there are dampeners, so a lot of people's cell phones aren't working. They're not able to make videos. They're not actually able to report what is happening ground zero of the riots. But I will tell you this, everyone I've talked to has said that the shots of rubber bullets can be heard from about 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Now, there's a big story about how the police are just letting the rioters riot. Now, I want to know how they're able to just let them do that while they're opening fire for 7 straight hours. Those two stories don't add up together. And I'll tell you what, I don't believe what we're being told as much as I believe what my journalist friends are telling me. And what people I know in that area are telling me. How do you use so much ammo and it not be a situation of mitigation? Um, but again, I'm really not shocked. The images, the video, all of this are pretty hard to find. Um, I did find someone on Twitter by the name of Gypsy Eyed Beauty, and she had quite a bit of information on this, and she actually had the video of the cop, the alleged cop, destroying property and starting the fire at AutoZone. It's it's a fucked up situation. I'll be honest. And we let this happen to us all the time, and we let we let them get us angry about looting, and we are cool with our president saying, well, when the looting starts, the shooting starts. But we don't talk about the looting that the 1% did. We don't talk about the looting in the CARES Act the big corporation signed on to, that our government did, the largest money transfer in American history, of $4.8 trillion going directly to the ruling class. Our money going straight to them. 4.8 trillion, forever cementing wealth inequality in this country. And they did that during a pandemic when we were all terrified. They knew exactly how to line up, exactly how to take our money. We don't talk about that. But that's the biggest act of looting I've ever seen. Legacy media doesn't report about it. Alex Jones won't talk about it. Fox News. None of them. They're all too fucking pussyfooted to talk about it. Why? Because they benefit from all that bullshit. Who do you think pays their bills? Maybe not Alex Jones, but they won't call out the bullshit that it is. And even somebody like Bernie Sanders, who should have done the right thing and stood up, admitted, all but admitted, that he didn't really actually read the bill. So he didn't know. Fucking fantastic. So I'm not shocked when I see, hey, guess what? Those riots that got really bad and this town is burning, and it came of a place of anger, of distrust, of utter hopelessness. When I find out that those riots were actually started by the police, or like Jimmy Dore believes it was the FBI, both could be right, I don't know. I'm not shocked. I am not shocked by that. Of course they are. Of course that's what they did. They're always one step above us. And you know why? Because they think we're the enemies. We go into it, we hear a president talk, we hear our Congress people talk, we hear our police officers talk, we hear all the people who control us talk. And it's red, white, and blue, patriotism, let's worry about the enemy abroad, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, we are their enemy. We're the ones that they see as an enemy. Also, another story that came out recently, as far as legacy media goes, there was an anchor for KSPT Channel 5. And again, this was before a lot of the rioting got bad. He was down during the protest doing kind of a man on the scene kind of thing. And he decided he was going to get his cell phone and hook it up to some large speakers and play gunshot sounds out of his phone to make it look like he was in danger. Yeah. And they wonder, why do we fall into the trap of fake news? Why do we go along with Donald Trump? Why don't we believe what people say? Why are there people who think that COVID is a made-up thing? Because they've been lying to us about everything. And when there is real shit, we don't believe them either. Boy who cried wolf. That's the life we live. Because every aspect of what we're told is a lie of some form. and they expect us just to believe everything. That's the problem. That is really the problem. Um, uh, Olaf's daughter, the Prime Minister of Sweden, she even said the problem with America and why we're having a hard time handling the COVID situation is because we don't believe anybody. We don't believe our news. We don't believe our government. And she also said, but they have reason to. I mean, shots fired, by the way, and well deserved. They lie to us all the time. Of course they lied about this. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Anyway, you guys have a good weekend.